So let's get started. I appreciate you all being here and giving me your time. It is your most valuable commodity. And really, this is kind of what lights me up, the opportunity to be able to share, what's working now on Facebook, what I use for my clients, what I use for myself. And when I get the chance to just interact with you all, that's what makes me happy. So thanks for giving me your time and hopping on here. I hope I'm going to give you a really good exchange of value as well. So let's dive in. So let me just click on here. So okay, today we're going to cover how to fill your programs using Facebook ads without big fancy launches, although, as Anne would testify, fancy launches are great and they work really well. But often people, entrepreneurs that I know and coaches and consultants are a little more hesitant to jump into doing a big launch. They're not quite sure where to start. Well, Facebook ads are a great way to sort of dip your toe in the water, or if you're already using them, I'll hopefully show you how to use them better. And give you a couple of new things that are working really well. I'll show you inside a couple of my campaigns too. So stick around for that. Even if you don't have a big list, this training is going to help you. And if you do, it's going to help you do things even better. There's so many things as an entrepreneur to be across in your business. I don't expect you to be the Facebook ads guru. And I spend a lot of my time on Facebook ads. So I'm more than happy to share that with you. You're in the right place if you're looking to add at least an extra 5K a week often to your business and attract the very best clients using Facebook ads. Now, that's no exaggeration either. This is really possible with Facebook ads, even if you have a teeny tiny list. Because today I'm lifting the lid on the exact Facebook ad system I use to create 5-figure plus days for myself and my clients, who are mainly coaching and consulting clients who are selling a variety of services online. So, don't worry if you're not in a certain category or you think, I sell something a bit more obscure. If you are, you've got something of massive transformation for your clients, then you're sure to get a lot of value out of today. So if you want to learn how to grow your list and fill your programs consistently and easily with Facebook ads, you're going to get the steps on this training. So I'm excited that you're all here today. I'm seeing even more people pop on the call now. So welcome if you've just popped on. I'm super excited to have you here. Now, I'm sharing this with you because I hear the same struggle from coaches and consultants who are no doubt just like you. There's things like people will say to me, I have a program to sell, but I just don't have enough leads to sell it to. So they're often not doing a set launch campaign. They've got something that they're always selling. So it's a bit more like an evergreen program, but they just don't have enough leads coming in to sell it to. Or maybe a few sales are coming in dribs and drabs. And it's just not enough to hit your income goals. I hear that a lot. Or also, I'm not sure exactly what to promote, like what sort of messaging should I use and how should I promote it? They're familiar that they should be posting on Facebook, but, that's not necessarily working that well either. So, people are always saying to me, I'm not quite sure if I'm wording it right. I'm not sure if people want to hear from me. The other issue is my cash flow is way too lumpy. 1 month is really great, but I just can't seem to repeat it consistently. That can also be, a little bit of this feast and famine cycle. And if you do launch and do open and close launches, you can have some great months. And then when you're not launching because you don't want to, be constantly launching because it's exhausting, then, those months can be a lot more quieter. So, that's not great either. Other people are saying, I feel like I'm just mailing my list too much. They're sick of me offering things all the time. And look, there is a part of marketing online where you do have to, remove a bit of that resistance of putting yourself out there and mailing to your list. And not everyone's going to appreciate your fabulous offers. That is just the way it is. But there is a part where, if you're constantly mailing your list with, invitations and offers rather than great value, it will start to get a little tapped out and feel like your open rates are declining and that your list is just not, that hungry to hear from you anymore. So, that's what you'll see that in your sales and your conversions. Other people are saying, I'm over Facebook. It changes so much, I just can't keep up. It's almost like you need a degree in Facebook sometimes. Things change constantly just as you're getting the hang of it. Something else will change. Something's working, then they take it away, or it doesn't seem to work anymore. I totally get that. I've got a few clients who have Facebook pages with over 100,000 likers on their Facebook page, which is just huge and amazing effort. They're not, bought likes or anything. They're all organic. And they take those pages very, very seriously because that's a huge community to nurture on Facebook. But what they're then finding is that, their posts are getting seen by less and less people. And I'll go into that on this call. Or just things are changing and everyone just sort of pops their hands up in the air and thinks, I've had enough of this. I can't keep up. So I can totally relate. Others are saying, I don't know where to start with Facebook. So you're in the right place if you're on the call and you're thinking that too, especially with Facebook ads. I'm going to go into specifics on paying for your leads on using Facebook here. But the good news is it doesn't have to cost a fortune. So don't be put off by the fact that you need to invest. It is the best way to get in front of those ideal clients. So how much do I really need to spend to make a difference? That's what a lot of people ask. What should I really be budgeting for? Those kind of questions come up a lot, and I can cover that in today's training as well. Yeah, you can get started for as little as $10 a day. It really can be that simple and that cheap, and it does make a difference at $10 a day too. Others are saying, especially if they have high-end coaching programs, that they don't think Facebook could work for high-end programs. Are high-value clients really on Facebook? I'm here to tell you they absolutely are. So I know many of you are feeling this way, but look, once you discover this process and implement it in your own business, you'll know why. You'll know why you've been frustrated for so long if you haven't been getting results yet. Many of you on the call have probably been getting great results with Facebook, but you're just looking to get those extra tips or, find out what's new, maybe something that you're missing. I know a lot of people come on my webinars and just to pick up, one tip, and, that's great as well. So I'm going to show you an inside look at a winning Facebook ad campaign and also how you can start using Facebook's new features to generate endless leads and fill your programs. I've never been so excited about Facebook, and I'm going to mention this as well later, but leads have never been cheaper to get on Facebook. The targeting has never been easier. And with these new features, it's really been the best time since I've been using Facebook ads in the last 3.5 years to get on, start using it and get real results. It is measurable. Don't let anyone tell you it's not. It doesn't have to cost the earth. And yes, it does work. But yeah, you've got to have a few things in place. So we can cover those today. You could be making, $1,000, $2,000 or $10,000 sale tomorrow just by using the strategies I'll show you on the call today. Obviously you've got to have that offer in place, but if you're already selling programs that are, $1,000 or even $500, you can be using these strategies to get moving with it and get leads coming in. And today, I'm not selling anything on the call. So sometimes I offer a program. Today, I'm not. I'm just doing it to reconnect. There will be, an offer to chat to me at the end of the call. We'll also be doing lots of live Q&A. And if you stay on till the end of the webinar, there's also a bit of a free gift. I've got a free Facebook ad flowchart that I'm happy to give you too. So stick around to the end of the call. Another little incentive to stay on. I know days are busy and you've got lots of things on, and maybe if you've got another meeting or something, I'm endeavouring to record this, so you may be able to access it again later, but I can't guarantee it. So stick on the call. When you apply this process and some of the things I'm going to show you, you can stop the feast and famine cycle. you're also going to know how to consistently motivate your ideal clients to reach out and buy. You don't have to rely on just when you're promoting. You can have these ad campaigns working for you all the time, and that's such a great feeling to know that leads and sales can come in regularly. And if you want to have a break, fine, turn them off. Go on a holiday, go on vacation. I know it's big vacation period at the moment over in the US. I'm very jealous. It's very cold down here at the moment in Australia, in Melbourne, where I live. I think I need a vacation myself. So the good thing about Facebook is you can turn it on and off. So there's also, often a fear people think, oh, I don't want to get too many leads coming in. That's okay. You can turn them on and off. As soon as you've got more than enough people to follow up, then just pause them and you'll be good to go. So for those of you who don't know me, because I do use Facebook ads to build my list and my clients, so some of you may be new to me, I can definitely see some great some faces of people that I've known for a long time. So that's good to see you all. But for those of you who don't know me, my name's Victoria Gibson, and I'm basically a Facebook ads specialist. So this is something that's very dear to my heart. I do coach women in online business as well, and I have a mastermind group of women that I work with, but I also have clients that I teach Facebook ads techniques to and show them, in-depth strategies on how to get consistent leads. And I've been sharing my information for about 3.5 years online. So, and I've enjoyed every minute of it. One of the reasons why I do more online business coaching now as well is that in working with entrepreneurs online, I've found that, that there's a lot of foundational information that they need to make their Facebook ads work. So, creating the right offer, getting the right message to market, finding their audience online and really defining that, all of those beautiful things. So I help people with that as well. But today I'm all about Facebook ads, which is really what's dear to my heart. I've been asked to share my strategies across the web, at conferences and events worldwide. So there's just a few of them there. I've done some training for Mari Smith on Facebook ads before she started going more in depth in that. I was one of the first people to really talk about Facebook ads online consistently. There's a lot more people talking about it now because there's a lot more people who want to know about it because they're seeing the evidence and seeing that it works. So, that just makes it more exciting for me as more and more people get excited about Facebook ads. I can geek out and share all my information with you. So, but really, my focus is always just on getting your clients cheaply and consistently on Facebook. And that's really what I'm known for. And that's what people come to me and seek my advice for. But, I wasn't always great at getting clients online. I, like everyone else, when I started out, I didn't have a list. I'd left my corporate job and I was starting to build my online business. And, I didn't have a list. I didn't know how to use Facebook ads. I was like, a lot of people that I do come across online who are just starting out and building their list and looking to get started online. But I turned to Facebook ads to build my list. And, having heard about it, I loved using Facebook. I knew I could get some clients there and I knew my clients were already there. And so I started using Facebook ads to grow my Facebook page, build my list. And I just started offering done for you Facebook services and some lower price info products as well. And, that worked really, really well to get me known quickly and get some money coming in the door. But what I realized is that I really needed a lot more leverage. So it was great for getting instant cash flow, but it wasn't like the easiest business in the world delivering done for you services all the time, particularly when, I was getting started. I didn't have anyone on my team and, I was doing everything in my business, which I'm sure a lot of you can relate to. So it wasn't leveraged. So that sort of set me on a bit of a journey to work out, okay, how can I make what I offer a lot more leveraged and make it work with Facebook ads too? Because I knew that, the one consistent thing was that Facebook ads were working. But I recognized that what what I was selling needed to be more leveraged and also higher priced. So I went through some shifts of, I'd use Facebook ads within my first couple of weeks of learning Facebook. I hopped on and promoted somebody else's $2,000 information product. Actually, it was Marie Forleo's B School program. So as an affiliate for that, back in 2011, I just set out some ads, working out, okay, has this Facebook ads thing got some legs? So as an affiliate, I promoted that, spent $500 and got $23,000 back. And once I realized that, I was like, okay, there are people who want to buy on Facebook. Now it's a matter of I want them to buy my my stuff. So, I've definitely gone through lots of different offers over that time. But the one thing that I keep going back to is using Facebook ads in the way I'm going to show you today. And I'm going to break that down and show you why, it is important to be using Facebook ads as part of your marketing and communication. But it is also important to have the right sales flow to get people to buy, and the right prices too to make your Facebook ads pay. If you're selling, $7 programs or $197 programs and you don't have an upsell after that, you may find it difficult to make Facebook ads work for you. So I'll break that down. And also don't forget, I've got questions at the end. So if you've got specifics on that, then we will definitely go into that at the end of the call. So, oh, hi, Anne. I just saw your lovely message there saying I'm awesome. Thank you. And hi, Angela, too. Nice to see you. Bill said my voice is fading. That might just be because I've got a cold. If anyone else feels like the sound is not good, please let me know, because I would hate that to be the case. And hi, Bill, as well. Okay, so what was happening is I had to put a line in the sand because I wanted to feel great about what I was offering. It actually had to make a big impact. That was really important for me, and I know it's important for a lot of you. I can see familiar faces on the call today, and I know that that's at the heart of what you want in your business too. It's not just about, making money or making a quick buck and taking an opportunity. It's actually about having a bit of a lasting impact and creating transformation for your audience. And that's what it was important for me as well. But to do this, you may need to be pricing your offerings a little bit higher than what you are. But the good news is, once I did, change my prices and my offerings, this new offer worked just as well, if not better, using Facebook ads. So when I was using it for $197 or $97 programs and just building my list, that was great. But when I started using it for higher price coaching programs, it really seemed to be an amazingly profitable opportunity. So now, even though Facebook offers notoriously cheap traffic, I've actually, as I mentioned before, never seen it this cheap before, especially to get targeted leads. So as you're probably aware, just sending Facebook traffic to a sales page is not terribly successful. I do have some clients who are doing it quite well for lower price programs if they've got the right message to market and a high converting page. So it's not impossible, but that's not the best strategy to be using. But before, even just to be using Facebook ads to build a list a year ago, I'd be getting emails for about $3 to $5. So, it wasn't dirt cheap to be building a list for of 1,000 people, especially in the coaching and consulting industry. It does vary depending on your market. If you've got more of a niche market and there's less competition, even a year or so ago, you would have been getting it cheaper than that. But that was on average what I tell people to budget for. But now you can be getting them for $1. I'd say generally it's about $1 to $3 a lead, and I've seen them even cheaper than that. So that's so much cheaper and so much more more sustainable for you to be using them constantly. I know people are always wary about investing in their business, and there's so many different pools and demands on your funds in your business, but I don't think there's too many other places that you'd rather be putting that money than getting targeted leads. So combine that with a valuable offer that provides real transformation, and your profits really are going to skyrocket. Better yet, you'll also get the opportunity to give massive value while running a much easier business. So, I've definitely found that with the more leverage you can create, the more group programs you can offer or scalable programs that you can offer at a decent price, then you're going to find you can use Facebook ad traffic to get people into those programs, and you're going to be a lot more relaxed. And your clients are on Facebook; they're there, and I'm going to show you a couple of simple techniques to get to them. So let's first just touch on as well why it's getting harder to fill your programs online. One of them is, I touched on this before, email list fatigue. So there's declining open rates. The more often people haven't been nurturing their lists or getting a really engaged following and creating great consistent value. So when they do just go out and reach out to sell something, their list is less responsive. There's also deliverability issues. It seems like with, I think a while back, Gmail changed to having a promotional folder, and most people's emails were going in there. So if people weren't checking, that wouldn't work. A lot of emails go to spam. I mean, you just need to take a look in your own email, your own spam folder to see how many marketing emails go into spam. So that is definitely an issue. And most email open rates are sitting at about 20%. It might be more depending on your on the email service you use, but when you've got an email list of 10,000 people and only 2,000 people are getting your emails or opening your emails, that's a lot of wastage. But there's ways to get around that on Facebook. It's also the other big issue that everyone talks about, which I mentioned before, the declining Facebook organic reach. So when I talk about organic reach, I'm meaning when you've got a Facebook page, you've been nurturing it and adding great content there and used to people really engaging with your posts. Particularly those of you, I know Angela's on the call. She's got a really big Facebook page following over 100,000 people. And people are beginning to see that Facebook page posts aren't getting seen by as many people, even their fans. So you think you've built this whole community. I've got another person that I know who's got 130,000 people on their Facebook page. She's taking to posting 12 times a day to try and boost her engagement back up, and it's still not up above what it was 4 months ago. So she says it's gone down at least a quarter, and she's having to, create content for 12 Facebook page posts. And look, although that's great, I haven't got that running in my business. If you can get it running, then definitely do it. I recommend it. But if you haven't got time, it's okay, because ads are going to get around that for you. Otherwise, getting joint venture or JV partners, so getting affiliates to promote your program, is still, all of these are still great strategies. So me talking about these is not saying don't do them. It's just saying that people are finding a lot of challenges with them. So finding the right joint venture partners is tough, because everyone's kind of guarding their own list because they're seeing, declining open rates, and they don't want to be hammering their list with offers all the time. So unless you've got something that's just a no-brainer for them, they're probably going to be a bit more reluctant to take you on. The other thing is you have to offer them some pretty great incentives to promote your program, and normally that's giving them at least 50% of the sale. So, once you do that, you may as well think about paying for your Facebook ad traffic to get those leads instead. Yes, it's great to get endorsed leads from affiliates. Don't get me wrong, that it's a great way to increase your leads and increase your sales, particularly if you're doing a launch. But I'm just here to tell you there is another way. There are also, tax obligations and things to all the payment, admin and all that kind of stuff that goes on with affiliates. So, it's not ideal. So, but what if I told you there is another way, that there's a way to bring in consistent cash flow, attract quality clients who happily pay what you charge, and set up a system so you can see sales coming in every day, not just when you've got a big promotion on. Basically, I'd love to see you investing $1 and getting back at least 5 every single day using Facebook ads. So there's just a simple little diagram at the bottom there. Invest in Facebook ads, put your offer out there, drive the traffic to sign up to your email list, and sell them programs, services, workshops, and events. So you don't have to have just an online program. You don't have to have just a small group coaching program. You don't have to have just one-on-one coaching if that's what you've got. You can have workshops and events. All of these can be promoted using Facebook ads, and you'll get the benefit of growing your list at the same time and also making sales just not in a launch period. I'm going to show you a few of my clients. This is Russ Ruffino, and I've been driving his Facebook traffic for the last few months, and he has been getting sales of $225,000 a month. That's what he got last month, and he said, Victoria, I'm happy for you to tell them that you helped me make $225,000 a month with the Facebook ads that you're running there. So he's got a great system set up of an automated webinars offering strategy sessions on the webinars and selling his coaching programs from there on how to basically set up the same thing for your own business. So it's pretty amazing. He said, he went from making a couple of $100,000 a year just 18 months ago to making a couple of $100,000 a month by just really dialing in his Facebook traffic. That's been the massive change for him. So also he's increased his prices, but he's definitely doing an amazing job online, and I've been working with him to create that. There's also Jody. I think she might even be on the call. Just in a month, she can spend $550 on ads and sell $110,000 worth of coaching. That's pretty impressive. I mean, when we started out working together a couple of years ago, she would spend, that same amount, or maybe it was a bit more. I think she started out spending maybe about $1,500 and then got, say, about $20,000 worth of coaching in the door. Now her consistency on Facebook, using Facebook ads to get her content out there. I'm sure many of you have probably seen her videos. She does an awesome job at doing videos, and she offers a service to build great funnels, especially using Facebook ads, but using video. So reach out to her if you're looking for that sort of service, because she does an amazing job. But she's had some amazing results from Facebook ads, and she'll tell you that the reason for the success in her business is pretty much all down to Facebook ads and her fabulous offer and personality, of course. But Facebook ads have really got her to where she is today. Or someone like another client of mine that I used to work with, Wilson, who used to sell out his events. So we used to use Facebook ads to fill his events, and he'd be making 5 figures in program sales just in one day after spending $2,500 on his Facebook ads. So that was a bit of a different model, where we're using Facebook ads to get people to show up live to an event, and then he'd be making his offer for his coaching programs at his event, and that would work really, really well too. Or another client of mine, Kristen, when she did an open and close launch, 80% of her launch sales came from new clients that were solely from Facebook ads. So she had a big list, but the interesting thing is that most of her sales came from Facebook ads. Another a bigger marketer as well that I was speaking to the other day told me that, she said, when we go through our affiliates in Infusionsoft for our launches, our biggest affiliate is Facebook ads, the link that they set up to use in Facebook ads to track where those sales are coming from. So, she's got some pretty big affiliate partners, people like Jeff Walker, and Mind Movies, and huge affiliate partners. And she said that her biggest affiliate traffic comes from Facebook ads. So the new people she's picking up on Facebook ads. So using just the same marketing material and messaging that she's using for for her list and to send to her affiliates, she's using that but putting it on Facebook ads and getting in front of her ideal clients. And that's actually turning out to be her biggest affiliate. So you really just can't ignore it anymore. I definitely see people recognizing this more now. 3.5 years ago, I know some of you have been following me for that long. I can see you on the call. Know that, back then people weren't dipping their toe in the water nearly as much as they are now with Facebook ads. It's definitely hit more of a tipping point. And that just makes me happy because there's so much more room for people to be using it, and it definitely works. So because Facebook ads are a multiplier for any business, but they're especially lucrative for coaches, consultants, and service-based businesses. I know this because I use it myself and I use it for my clients, and this is absolutely fact. I use Facebook ads to build my business, establish myself as an expert, and that's why I know it's possible for you too. So even if you're sitting there thinking, well, I've only got 500 people on my list, I haven't done a launch before, if you've got something that provides massive transformation and you know who you want to sell it to, then Facebook ads can help you do that. Because look, there's a ton I can teach you. I used to do webinars where I go into this minute detail about how to set the ads up, and look, that's great for some people, but what I was finding is that I was giving people all these different options, and then they just get kind of overwhelmed about what one to take, because Facebook ads can be pretty overwhelming and confusing. So definitely, know that that's the case. That I'm just going to show you, a couple of systems today. We've got question and answers at the end, so don't feel like, she hasn't shown me this, or what about this new feature, or something's not working on my ads. Then definitely at the end of the call, ask me that question if you don't feel like I've covered it. But I'm just going to teach you a few steps to really get you going and increase what you're doing on Facebook already, because I can see a few of you on the call. I know some of you are using Facebook ads. So, definitely you're going to get some tips today. And if you don't, then ask me a question at the end. I'm happy to go into more detail. But I'm going to run through now the 5 steps to consistently fill your programs with Facebook ads. The first step is to give value. Now, this is sort of the basic. Most of you are probably doing this already, but I just want to run through a couple of examples that have worked well lately. So if you're not doing these, then, maybe test them and try them out. So, I should have, taken that slide off there. I've put the wrong slide off and I didn't add another one. Sorry about that. There's a couple of ads anyway. It still gives you the same idea. But offer, this is sort of Internet Marketing 101. Offer something of of value for free in exchange for an email address. So that's not rocket science, but you need to be weaving this into your Facebook ad. So offering a free report, a book, a strategy video, a free webinar, or a video series works really well. So there's a couple of ads here that I wanted to show you. One was for Amanda. So we had set up a new video funnel for her 4 video series, like in the Jeff Walker style product launch, where you've got the four videos that people step through to get more for you to establish yourself as an expert, share some great free value, and make an offer at the end. So we use that ad on the left there to encourage people to come to a lead pages for video series. I wanted to just turn that off, take that other ad off, because I've got the landing page behind that, but it's just a lead pages landing page, but I wanted to show the other ad. I didn't do that very well, so my apologies there. But this was, so she's got a free video training series. These ads, we were getting leads for $1 or less for Amanda. She was targeting health coaches and spiritual entrepreneurs. So she had a brand new video training series. We're getting leads at less than $1 for that. And the landing page was converting at about 67%. So she was able to double her list in just 3 weeks, and then sell $2,000 training programs off the back of that. This other one here was just to show you that, you can be building your list and getting consults with a free book. So running an ad to the free book, then following up in this instance for John, he was then following up with email autoresponders to offer strategy sessions and then get consults on the phone and selling higher price consulting on the phone. So Amanda's was an online program where she'd sell a $2,000 program there via a four video series system. This one is just more to do phone sales consulting. So you can see the ad without me putting that on the top there. So, a webinar works very well. A free video series works very well. I will go into how you can then add some juice to that as well. Most of you are probably already doing this, but pay attention to the way the ads are laid out. We put, an attention-grabbing headline, a call to action, then, a nice image of yourself works very well, or of your ideal clients. Oops, I've just ticked that too quickly. And then we've used some of these options to add more text under here and headlines and the Learn More button. You can do those in the Power Editor in Facebook, or you can do ones with less text straight in the Simple Ads Manager. But these are working very well. Another layout that's working quite well that I emailed out recently was just, having Facebook posts that are more like a bit of a mini sales letter where you tell a bit of a story. You go into the pain point of your ideal client and create a post that way. So something for Bianca, who's got a weight loss consulting business. We talk about so many women are struggling with a little known condition that makes their body stubbornly hold on to excess weight. It's not about diet and exercise. I'm going to show you why. So this relates to the landing page. Once again, we're just sending this to lead pages to collect the lead to a webinar. So Bianca's funnel then is to take them to a webinar and then sell a program on the webinar. So that's definitely what you can be using Facebook ads for. Just pop your shortened link in there, put a call to action there, and with that specific ad, we've done a whole lot of different variations for this, but with that specific ad, even after a week, the click-through rate was still at 5.3%. I think it started off at like about 12%. And the cost per lead she was getting for the registrations were about $1 or $2 there as well. So it's all about creating that connection first. So using your Facebook ads to create a connection, you can't generally sell straight away. If you want to, invite people to a call in your Facebook ad directly, then that can work as well. But you might need to try some trial and error with that. You don't always have to give people something for free and then follow them up. You can just try putting a post in there telling people about about who you work with, about some of their struggles. These generally have to be a bit longer. They probably need to be about 3 times as long as this. Make them more like a general kind of Facebook update. You'll find the click-through rates for these are at least triple what these ones are, because these still look quite ad-like and people see them in their newsfeed. And look, they have great engagement because they show up in people's news feeds, but they still look ad-like, which is good for conversion because people will click on them. But you'll find that even, when other people are zigging and you're seeing a lot of these in news feeds, then sometimes it's good to zag and do something a little bit different again and mix it up. Just do all text, and you can get these posts so cheaply. It's a really good way to get awareness, drive page likes, and get people signing up to your list. Still put a link in it though. Like, don't just put text in there and talk about what you do. Make sure you have a call to action with a link in there. Otherwise, you're going to miss that opportunity. And no one wants to be paying for just eyeballs and not really getting a conversion out of it. So the second one, and this is where I see a lot of people going wrong, knowing and finding your audience. Now, this is just good business sense for any coaching or consulting business, but it's especially what you need to know on Facebook. So when, I'll just show you in the simple Facebook Ads Manager screenshot. You can be doing this in Power Editor as well, but a lot of people just don't know who to target on Facebook and start sort of falling into the trap of using very broad categories to target. So Facebook have done an amazing job over the last 2 years in adding a lot more categories and options for you to use on Facebook. But they also rely on people, I guess, choosing the easy button. Things like if I was going to target Bianca's ad about weight loss, if I just went, okay, I'm just going to target women in the United States 18 to 60, and then just click this option that comes up, which is all fitness and wellness. Well, if I do that, I'm going to reach 48 million people. So my ad is going to be targeting 48 million people. So if you're only going to be spending $20 to $30 a day, how effective do you think that ad's really going to be in reaching the kind of people that are going to respond best to your message? Because even when you're talking about something generic like weight loss, you will have a different spin on it. Or, if you're talking about making money online or consulting online, you're going to have your own unique spin, and you're going to know there's specific parts of the market that are going to resonate better. So be thinking about the people who've already bought from you. What are some common characteristics? What kind of Facebook pages do they like? What kind of magazines would they read? Who out of your competitors is already compiling large numbers of these people for you that you can tap into? That's the mindset that you need to be thinking of when you're setting up your targeting, because the copy is all important. Copy and image is very important. But if you're not getting it in front of the right people, this is one of the most common reasons why your Facebook ads will fail. So just as an example to just change this up, and even this isn't like the best targeting ever, but just to give you a quick idea of how to change it, you put a different like and interest in here. So there's Tone It Up are a couple of girls with a really big Facebook page following that definitely attract women who want to lose weight and look great and do more exercise. Or they may be reading Women's Health magazine. Once you at least even just put those two down, the potential reach becomes 4,400,000. So it's 10% of what we had before. It's still bigger than what I'd probably like to go for. I'd like to keep, reach under 1 million people. 500,000 is generally ideal, depending on who you're marketing. Some of you may have way less than that because you're quite niche in your focus, and that's fine too. But definitely narrow it down. Be thinking about who you can be targeting. The other thing is there's some great categories in here that you can be tapping into that are already compiled for you by Facebook. And in America, you have even better opportunities here. We don't get it in Australia, but in America, you've got partner categories where market research firms have put together all the market data on buying behavior. So if they've bought a house, they've got a mortgage, they're high income earners, small business owners, all those kind of things turn up in partner categories, which you should definitely tap into and try. For the rest of us, we can use things like, especially if you're going B2B, under this work option, which is under more demographics in the Simple Ads Manager, you can go into industry and job type. So if you want to target salespeople or I had an obscure one the other day. One of my clients is targeting people who have landscaping businesses. You can target them under this section. So where it might be harder to target them via Facebook page, you might be able to target them via their work, or perhaps you're just going after parents. Then add this layer in here. There's even a different opportunities under parents that you can tap into as well. Like parents of kids aged 0 to 5. So you can get quite targeted with that, and that can work quite well. So definitely narrow it down. Leverage your list with lookalike audiences. So if you have already got a big list, then be uploading your list as a custom audience on Facebook and create a lookalike audience. One of the advantages of this is a relatively new feature, although it has been around for a while now, but you can upload your list as a CSV file into Facebook. So that will you do that under custom audiences. I'll show you what that kind of looks like in a moment. And then you can flick a button and say create a lookalike. So when you upload your CSV of your list, Facebook will then attempt to match those email addresses to people's Facebook login email addresses. And if they marry up, you can then target those people on Facebook. So what's the advantage of that? You then get the advantage to create more, intimate communication with those people because you know they already know of you. Perhaps they've already bought something. You can segment it down into, quite distinct areas. They've bought something from you, or perhaps they've opted in but haven't bought from you, and you'd like to coax them to buy from you. This can be particularly beneficial when you are launching something. Perhaps you've got a free video series, and those people who have all opted in but haven't bought, you want to give them another chance before the cart closes to buy from you, or perhaps the cart already has closed but you want to give them a special opportunity. Then upload them as a custom audience and start targeting some ads with more familiar ad copy, and talk about your program because they already know about it. Then if that becomes quite small, because sometimes that could be about 70% of what you upload matches up with the Facebook email addresses, then you can click on the lookalike feature and Facebook will attempt to find people like those people for you. So the beauty of Facebook and all the data they gather is that they have access to that, and they can dig that up for us and create a whole new custom audience based on people like those people on your list. Now that can work exceptionally well also. So, target those people like your email list. You can also target people like your Facebook page likers, and also target people who are like your website visitors. So that is also a very beneficial opportunity. So lookalike audiences and custom audiences are definitely the biggest feature you can be using on Facebook. And if you're not using them but you're sending Facebook ad traffic to a page, then you need to be. Where do you use them? Just hop into your simple ads manager if you're not au fait with Power Editor, and click on the left-hand side onto audiences, and you can create your custom audience or lookalike audience that way. These are working exceptionally well, and they really increase your conversion. So definitely be using those. The other element to think about is creating these high impact ads. That's the first opportunity you've got to get in front of people and get them to take action. We've talked about creating a freebie. I also want to talk about the different types of ads, and one that's come about, you might have started seeing it the last week or so, is the newer bigger sidebar ads, or right-hand side ads on the side of your newsfeed. So traditionally these would be a lot smaller, and you'd have about 8 stacked down here. At the moment, Facebook are testing 2, generally rotating through 2 bigger ones on the side. So if you wanted, over the last few months, I've been using more of the newsfeed ads, which I showed you before when we had Amanda and John's offer there, where we've got a nice big offer that sits more on this side of the newsfeed, right? So it pops up in people's newsfeed on their desktop or on their mobile phones. Now, these ads still work really well, but what would happen is if you used every execution you were able to, which was newsfeed, mobile, and right-hand side, the ad would look really funky on the right hand side. It wouldn't work nearly as well because it would be all chopped off because the ad image was smaller and they didn't have as much text. Now they're still not giving a lot more text, but what they're doing is the image pops up, and it just is a lot more engaging, as you can see with Brian's ad there that I just took a screenshot of. It just pops up. It's a lot bigger. The other advantage of this is that when you were targeting newsfeed ads before, there'd be limited impressions because Facebook don't want to bombard people's news feeds. So, you wouldn't get as much frequency and opportunity to get in front of your people using newsfeed ads, even though the results would be really good. So this is another way to just get a lot more display happening here. So using the right-hand side ads on the sidebar. So I'll show you in a couple of slides exactly how to set those up. But the ones that I was just running this week for this webinar, I just set those up. The image pops up a lot more, and you're getting $1 leads with that. So once you put in your conversion tracking, you can convert to see how each ad is converting for you and what it's costing. These ones were just getting $1 email leads, which was pretty good. So in order to select those, make sure that just in the Simple Ads Manager, I'm just showing Simple Ads Manager screenshots for this webinar. Otherwise, you might just sort of be overwhelmed by things in the Power Editor. But if you're using it in the Power Editor, it's in there as well. You get 3 options. One is to show in the desktop newsfeed. The second is here in the mobile newsfeed, or mobile as you say in America. And the third one is the right column down here. So before I was always just clicking remove and taking the right column off when I was creating a newsfeed ad. Now the option, if you create a good desktop newsfeed, it should translate much better into a right column ad, or you can just be doing right column ads, which is what I was doing before, getting a lot more displays and then seeing how those work for you. But the disadvantage with the right column ads is that they don't show on mobile phones. They only show when people are on their desktop or laptop, not their mobile phone. So that's one of the disadvantages. And you do need a bigger ad image size as well. So the ones that you're creating here will then be resized on right column, or you can create one specifically. Other success elements for high impact ads, trying text on your images can work quite well. Be aware that the images now, and those bigger ones on the right hand side, are subject to 20% of your image can be text. So if you're getting them disapproved, that may be why. Set up your conversion tracking to know what you're doing. Like this ad that I'd run a few weeks ago, that was getting $1.29 leads in the news feed and mobile. So use conversion tracking, create a mini sales letter. So this you'll see here, it says see more. It's even got more, running through the benefits of why people would want to come to a webinar or whatever I'm giving for free. The fourth step is tapping into some of the power tools to use to make your Facebook ads work better. So we all know, great, we want the Facebook ad to get clicked on. We want people to respond and get cheap ads and create ads that work. That's great. But you need to set up more than that to make sure you lead them to a higher value sale. Some of the tools that I recommend are definitely lead pages. So today you probably signed up via this webinar page. Super easy to create in lead pages. Most of you are using lead pages, so I'm probably preaching to the choir here, but just the opportunity to create so many different templates that you send your ad traffic to that have already been tested. They're highly converting and they work very well. It takes the guesswork out of your funnel. So you can just kind of put your offers and your freebie straight into something that's been designed, tailor it a little bit to your own brand if you like, but it's perfect. So if you haven't got it, there's just a little link down the bottom there if you want to try that out. With Amanda's ads that I was showing you before, there's a 4 video series template, so we could just pop the videos straight in here, have Facebook ad comments, and as I said, this was converting, the initial page was converting at 67%, and she was able to double her list on here, getting thousands of new email signups onto her list that she could then sell into her program. The other thing is, make sure, obviously, you have an email management system. This is kind of one-on-one, but if you're looking to set new things up on here, you do need an email management system. There's tons of them out there. I'm not saying only Infusionsoft or Aweber. These are the ones that I've used in my business that work quite well. One of the advantages of Infusionsoft is that you can create specific links where you can track the conversion of your Facebook ads as well. So you can load up in both of them autoresponders. So once people have signed up to your list, send out, a day later, some great free value, introduce yourself again, perhaps invite them to a strategy session. Be making sure that you've got those, that follow up in your email system is really important. Webinars are a great way for people to get to know you, for you to give some great value. So I recommend GoToWebinar. Some other people are using other evergreen webinar systems like Stealth Seminar or Webinar Jam. Those kind of elements those platforms are also options for you. I use GoToWebinar, as you can see today. So make sure you've got those tools in place, because just grabbing the email lead is not going to give you a $10,000 sale. You need to nurture that lead. You need to have a follow-up process or an upsell once they've taken your free element in order to translate your ad spend into high-value sale. So the 5th step is to follow up with them. That is definitely important. And one of the ways to do that is another super feature on Facebook, which is the retargeting feature. So go into Facebook. If you've been when you set up your Facebook ad campaign to a landing page, perhaps you have got a free opt-in. One of the ways that you're going to be able to keep getting in front of those people who opt in, aside from sending them emails in a follow-up series in your email autoresponder, is to install a pixel on that page that you generate from Facebook, and pop that in your on your page on your website. You could even just install this on your homepage if you wanted to, and then create an audience based on the visitors to those pages. Once you have that, then you can create more targeted ads that speak to the fact that people have already seen your offer. So you can say, didn't get a chance to read my free report, or haven't seen haven't jumped in yet to my latest offer. Here's a great bonus code for you to use if you haven't yet. So things like that. You might have seen retargeting working on Google Network for some time now, a few years, where you might have been visiting a site. It happens quite frequently on kind of e-commerce sites too, particularly if you've been on a certain page and looked at something you're about to buy and then step away, which I'm trying step away from Net-a-Porter and stop buying shoes on there. But then I, might be on browsing the web on through Google another time, and then those I'll find those stilettos pop up. Oh, here you are from Net-a-Porter. These are these stilettos that you saw. So they kind of follows you around the web. You can do that too on Facebook. So people can have visited your page. You've got a pixel installed on there that tracks them, uploads to a custom audience, and you can be creating ads to talk to those people again. So this is a great feature to be using as much as possible as part of your follow-up strategy. Because campaigns work for a limited time, you want to activate the lists you build. So be working out ways, rather than just emailing and bombarding them with email, definitely follow them up with email, create a relationship, give value, and make offers. Otherwise, you're definitely not going to convert your Facebook ad traffic. But be using some of these other features to really extend your funnel. So sales come from the whole sales funnel, not just the ad. So that includes using the power features that I talked about, using those tools that I talked about. Lead Pages is the best tool to be using to just make really easy Facebook ad campaigns work for you. But custom audiences and retargeting are really going to give your campaign some juice and make them really cost effective. So you do need, it doesn't mean you don't need to know how to do the ad well. You do need to know how to be creating the ad well, changing the ad up when it doesn't work. Ads only work for a limited time. I'm not suggesting you do this ad and do one and let it run. You're going to be needing to do several. But start the conversation, target the right people, get each of those elements right as you move forward. Don't just run one ad and let it go. Definitely be testing, trying new audiences. Make yourself a student of this stuff because it will pay you back handsomely. So today I shared those 5 steps to fill your programs with Facebook ads. I've told you about the best Facebook ad to be using right now, trying those bigger right-hand side ads and the newsfeed ads, how to magnetize high-value clients with giving them something, creating connection, giving them something of value, and then following them up, inviting them to a strategy session, or sending them to a special offer where you get them to buy, and that may be on a webinar. Creating landing pages that convert, super easy. It's a no-brainer using Lead Pages. If you've got your own pages that already convert, great, no problem. But if you're stuck on that, and I know for years I had clients that we'd spend ages tweaking their pages. You don't need to do that anymore. Just get Lead Pages. And I've shown you some of the new super features and what you need to know about those, how you need to use those from a strategic perspective. So hopefully that gave you some great insight into what you can be doing to increase the performance of your campaigns and bring in some higher value clients. Because the power of Facebook lead generation really is having that steady flow of leads into your business daily. You can be turning this on and using it every day. And even better, imagine when these leads cost you as little as $1. As I said, I've been used to quoting $3 to $5 for a long time now. So to be bringing them down to $1 is brilliant. Facebook want Facebook ads to work for people, so they're making it even better than they ever used to. They even respond really quickly to queries inquiries, if you're getting your ads disapproved. They're really turning things around. It's a great platform to be on. You need to be on it to generate leads for your business if you're a coach and consultant. If you're not, you're going to struggle filling your programs unless you have a list of 100,000 people. Sure, you probably sell them and you probably do well in your launch, but you're going to do even better if you use Facebook ads. Don't ignore them. Even if your signature offer is $997 and you convert 1 in 10 of those $1 leads, you're way ahead of the game. The other thing is get in now while not as many people are on it. Definitely it's exploded over the last, year, but there's still a lot of people not using them because, they're intimidated by Facebook. But it doesn't have to be that hard once you know how. It's not just theory, it really works, and you can do it too. I know because I started from scratch. I invested with someone to show me, and and just made myself a student of this stuff because it makes money. It wasn't just a hobby, like working out, okay, well, how to write the perfect blog post and hope that people saw it and shared it. It's like, I can make sure people see this, see my content, see my offers. It's a proven formula and it really does work. So, I'm not sure why you showed up today, but if you're ready to get leads every day and sell more of your programs, rather than just, take information and don't take action on it, then I want to be able to help you because you do have a choice. You can, like most people, take the information and not implement it, or you can say, hey, I can go and implement that myself now and go for it, and that's totally fine. Or you can choose to actually seek my help and let me help you create a reliable lead generation system. So most of the people I've worked with, I've tried training with digital programs, or I've tried doing done for you campaigns, which I still do for people because some people just want to outsource it, and that's totally fine. But that's a lot more of an expensive option than learning how to do it yourself. Learning how to do it yourself doesn't mean that you're going to be bogged down like elbow deep in Facebook ads forever. It just means having a new skill like copywriting, or like understanding how to use social media for your business, or like knowing how to write a blog post. This is just one of the tools that you need in your business to have reliable lead generation. Because I've set aside some time in the next week to speak to you for an hour about how to sell more of your programs and packages and improve your Facebook ad performance. I can look at your offers, your landing pages, everything, and I'll make recommendations to boost your sales and free time, and finally get a reliable lead generation system set up. So, take the information from today's webinar. That's totally fine. But if you want to find out, how what you're doing, how it's working or why it's working, then I would suggest you book in for a free session with me. Who are these sessions for? They're for coaches or consultants. If you're selling anything online, if you want more leads and clients, this is definitely going to help you get there. So that's the opportunity. It is free. Nothing is for sale on this webinar, as I said. I'm going to, basically give you some insights. It'll be me or someone from my team who can give you some insights into how to power up your campaigns, or if you haven't started using Facebook, how you can be using Facebook to bring in a steady stream of high value clients. This stuff works. The reason people are talking about it is because it works, and I know how to make it work for you as well. So I'll take, the concepts that I've shared here and tailor them to your situation to give you an idea of what's truly, truly possible for you. So what's the catch? People are saying, hey, well, why would you do that for free? Why are you going to give us your time for free? Well, having done this for years, I know that most people do need my help. Whenever people show me the campaigns that they've been doing, I can see things that are immediately wrong with them. And look, most people get away with it because on Facebook, that the ads are so cheap that people can afford to pay more than what they really need to for a while, but they do start to lose interest when the campaigns go south pretty quickly. So I know why this is happening. I know how to get you avoiding that and how to give you a solid foundation so that you can roll with the punches. You can create things in response to the results that you get, how you can understand what's really going on in Facebook. You don't have to be a total geek and be in Power Editor all the time, but you do need some basic fundamentals that are beyond the scope of what I can go into today. So I know that people get help from get better results from my help. I understand that. So in offering this, if you want to go deeper with me, join a small group program, then that's great if it's a fit for both of us. If it's not, and you just want to take the information you get on the call and apply that, that's fine too. I'm not strong arming you into anything. It's just they're designed to be there. If this opportunity speaks to you, let's go there. How do you apply? You go to marvio.com/session, or you can also just pop in the chat box your email address, or message just to me your email address. If you want to talk further, I can book you in for a session. These sessions are first come, first serve, so I do get a lot. I've already got a lot of people applying, and they go first come, first serve. So don't delay on that. There's just a couple of questions on that page if you want to apply for a session with me at marvio.com/session. Just gives me a better idea of how I can help you. I can look at your stuff before we jump on the call, or before someone from my team does. And obviously, if you jump in, you're probably more likely to talk directly with me as well. But regardless, we're going to be able to help you. So there's no charge for this. It's not some kind of thing designed to charge you at the end of it or anything like that. It is a free call. As most of you know, I see, many of you who've been knowing me for some time know that I give good value, and this is just another extension of that. So really hop on and get the advantage of getting ahead of the curve with this, because more and more people are jumping on, and you're going to get a better opportunity to be making the most of it while, making hay while the sun shines, as they say. So go to marvio.com/session. Don't worry, we've still got time for question and answers now as well. But that's where you're going to get your chance to get a session with me. The other thing I promised was to get a Facebook ads flowchart, and you can grab that at marvio.com/flowchart. Just click on that. It's an image on the page, so you can just click on and save that to your desktop and print that out. Use it for easy reference when you're creating your next ad, and good luck. Let me know how that goes. Come and see me on my Facebook page, which is fb.com/wearemarvio. Come and tell me how you go. Connect with me there. I love to see people interacting and telling me how they go with their campaigns. I'm passionate about this stuff, as you can tell, and I want you to do it better because I see so many people doing it badly. But the good news is I've got time for some questions. So if you missed, I'll put that link as well for the session in the bottom of the chat box, so that you've got the opportunity to click there directly. If that doesn't show up, you'll probably just need to go there, but go there. It's at the bottom of the chat box, and you can click that, or a button might pop up below this as well. So marvio.com session, have a chat. Let's really uncover the opportunity in your business and how you can get Facebook ads working better for you. And now I'm going to go to questions. So let me just make sure I don't totally lose my screen here. There we go. So we'll just go to Q&As. I can see many people still on here, so it's great to see you all here. Thanks, Jim, for saying it's great info. How did I do? I hope, I've given you some good info. Ken said valuable info, Victoria. So thanks for letting me know. It's always nice to get feedback. I mean, I love just doing this anyway, but it's always nice when you guys are grateful. I appreciate that. Yes, Kevin, we can get on a call. Absolutely. So I've got your details from before, but for those who I don't, just hop on marvio.com session. And I'm just going to go through, there's probably some questions from before as well. Let me just see. Actually, it's not as many people asking questions. Hopefully I haven't totally intimidated you. Thanks, Christy. Thanks for your feedback. That's awesome. Thanks, Anne. And Anne Clark and Anne Smoilov. Nice to see you here. Oh, I'm glad it was valuable. Thanks, Anne. I appreciate that. My pleasure. Angela, yeah, small ads on the side now. Yes, thanks. We can talk about that in our call too, Angela. Thanks, Kevin, for letting me know. It's great info. Okay, so Arissa, thanks for a question. I love that. And Kevin's got one too, so brilliant. Let's go into that. So Arissa's asked, hi Arissa, by the way, where's the best place to find image sizes for all different ad types? The best place, I can give you the image size that I use for my ads. The new right-hand side image, 254 by 133 if you're just creating a right-hand side image for those bigger size. So 254 by 133. And desktop ads are still 470 by 246. There's also another size that you could be using that I think seems to sort of work across all of them, and that's 600 wide by 315 high. So if you use that, you shouldn't go wrong. John Loomer has a really great Facebook ad image like chart that he always keeps really up to date. He's really good at doing those things. I'm not as good at that. So go to johnloomer.com and look at his ad image sizes there. That's my go-to resource for ad image sizes and keeping up with the changes as well. So hopefully that helps for you there. Then Kevin has asked, what's a good way to find good, precise interest? This is really at the heart of great campaigns, Kevin. So thanks for asking this. And Facebook were giving us the opportunity in graph search to just type up the top pages people who like a page like. So that sounds confusing, but if you go into the search bar or you used to be able to go into the search bar, they've just changed it, which is super annoying because this was one of the best ways to do this, where you could go to, for example, a competitor's page or a page you know that people who would buy from you are interested in, and type in pages people who like Marvio like, for example, and then you'd see all the pages that those people who like your page like, or pages who like another page like. And it was a great way to come up with ideas of pages to target. Now, not all of those pages are immediately targetable on Facebook. So you often then find, great, I put that interest in and I really want to target those people, but it doesn't come up. That, unfortunately, is, one of the downsides of Facebook. They've done a lot more to improve on that, but they haven't totally eliminated it. So if it doesn't come up, it means it's not targetable and you have to get more lateral. Just being a bit of a Facebook stalker, like looking at the people who already like your page, like going into their profiles if they're open and seeing the kind of pages that they like is good. Going to good old Google machine, going to Google and saying, popular Facebook pages for raw food enthusiasts will give you, or popular websites will give you some of the names, and then you can go and see, okay, have those people got big followings? So, just making yourself a bit of a detective on Facebook has always been the way I've used it, because graph search is only relatively new. So I always had to come up with ideas before that. And so many pages weren't targetable because people hadn't really even cultivated their own followings. So you did have to be a bit more diligent in finding those out. So definitely make yourself a detective. You can still use the graph search, but now it just comes up as favorite pages of people who like a certain page. So I hope that helps, Kevin. And if you're running an ad and you want to target another business page's audiences, how would you do it? That was kind of what I was talking about there. You go in the simple ads manager, you go in and type in there the name of their page. So make sure the text marries up. But as I said, if it doesn't come up, it's because it's not targetable. So and a large proportion of them won't be. So you just kind of have to get creative and try and find other people who've gathered large numbers of those people for you. So it can be a bit frustrating. There was a bit of a workaround with some software out there that would harvest the likers of people's pages, even if they didn't come up, and you could set them up as a custom audience. But there's been a crack down on that because it is against Facebook terms and conditions, and some people have had their accounts closed down and that software isn't working anymore and all those kind of things. So it's best to stay away from there because nobody wants to lose their ads account. But I mean, when that was working, that was brilliant because you didn't have to rely on Facebook, and you could be targeting the right people. So that was fantastic. Can I talk a little bit more about the funnels that your clients have used to go from Facebook ads to people buying their services? Sure. So, and I can talk about these on the free call too and give you an idea of what would work specifically for you, because there's kind of endless possibilities. They were the ones that I talked about before, where we had Amanda's free 4 video series, and then in the final offer, she offered a $2,000 program. The other one was the free book. We did an email autoresponder series to offer a strategy session. You can also, on the thank you pages, have a strategy session invitation on a thank you page once people opt in for something for free or a webinar. So that's also worked really, really well. Another funnel can be using automated webinars to offer strategy sessions after you've given good content, kind of like I've done today, except this is a live webinar. You can also be offering just a free one video, like a case study video, and make sure you embed a call to action for them to reach out. Or you can offer the program on the webinar or on a sales page. So that's still an option. But the best funnels really are using lead pages, sending them to something of value, and then following up using some of those power tools, or using email autoresponders, and thank you pages work quite well. So hopefully that helps for you, Tabitha. But if you want to find out more, then jump on a call and I can give you some more tips there. That's my pleasure, Arissa. Can you please post your support desk link in the chat log here? Okay, just send me an email. My email address is victoria@marvio.com, and you can come straight to me, and I can help you out. So I'll send that to you down the bottom there, Wal. And Kevin, you've just said thanks. Excellent. Yes, you'll be Sherlock. Become a detective, Kevin. It really is the only way. I know it's frustrating, but it's definitely the only way. My pleasure, Anne. Sorry, I did remember that I did see a Skype message from you about that, and I got distracted and never got back to you, so apologies for that, Anne. Didn't mean to ignore you. What's the best way to find consulting coaches? You mean to target? I think maybe that's what you mean. Can you just let me know about that? Brad Fuss, I think your name is. To target your ads too. Yes. Okay. Sorry, you've just defined that there. The best way is just to find, to do some, like I said before, about that detective work, thinking, okay, who else is serving the kind of people you want to serve? So even just Google that and find it. But I mean, I know my nearest competitors, you want to keep those, keep in the know about who your competitors are. So, I know that some of the targeting that works well for me are people like Amy Porterfield or Marie Forleo. They're talking about driving business online, or Facebook in particular. So just think about who your competitors are and then search for them on Facebook. That's the best option. If you tell me what kind of consulting you provide, I might be able to give you some ideas as well. Hi, Desiree. Thanks. I'm super excited to work with you too. You're already in this program that I'm going to be talking to people about. So you've already made the jump. So it's good to have you. And I'm so glad you're on the webinar too. And I'm excited to be working with you. And yes, please, Anne, do email me. My pleasure, Wal. Mel's asked for the buy link back up. I've popped. There's nothing for sale on the webinar, Mel. I will have hopefully a replay. This recording will work, and it's just an opportunity to have a session with me or someone from my team and talk to you about how to go more in depth about using Facebook. So it's down the bottom in the chat box. It's marvio.com. I'll actually just pop that back up on the screen too. It's marvio.com/session. And for free, there's a flowchart as well. So marvio.com/flowchart, where you grab your free flowchart. We went through some great content though, Mel. So hopefully you're signed up on the list and you'll get the replay. Tabitha has asking, what's a good funnel if you're using Facebook ads to promote an affiliate? That's harder depending on what marketing tools you get. If you've only got a landing page to promote, it's not as easy. and you probably won't have as much of a convoluted funnel for an affiliate promotion. It really does depend on the price and the market for that, Tabitha. It's a bit hard to answer here, sorry. And you didn't see the replay. Well, okay, I will be mailing it back out to my list. So if you entered your email to opt in for this, you'll be on my list and you'll get that replay. I'll also post it on my page. Yeah, Michael's asked, would my session be beneficial for if you provide fan page design services? Absolutely. If you that is something that definitely people want, and I can show you how to be using Facebook ads to generate leads for that. And Ken, good night. Yes, it's probably late over there for all you guys. I know I've gone over time. I just wanted to give you some great value. So we'll wrap it up there. It seems that's the end of the questions. I hope you got some great value out of it. Just to remind you, the sessions are open first come, first serve basis, marvio.com/session. I look forward to seeing you there, and I hope you got some great value out of today. It's been awesome having you here. So enjoy the rest of your evening or day wherever you are in the world. It's been great having you here.